So today we are going to learn about writing skills, and in writing skills we are going to learn how to write a paragraph. So our topic is paragraph writing, right? So let's study how to write a paragraph. Wait. Okay. So when you write a paragraph, there is a structure of writing a paragraph. Now this structure, it includes what? First is definition of a paragraph. When you are writing a paragraph, you should know that what is a paragraph. Then only you can write a paragraph, no? Second thing, you should know what are the parts of a paragraph. And third, what are the different stages of paragraph writing. So the basic structure of paragraph or structure of paragraph includes these 3 points: definition, parts, and stages of paragraph writing. So we'll study one by one, and then we'll come to the main paragraph writing, which is I have given you as your classwork or as your course. Okay. So let's study. So now when you are writing a paragraph, the first thing comes to you is that what is a paragraph? So what is a paragraph? It is a group of sentences about a single topic. Any topic is given to you and you are asked to write a paragraph about that, right? Suppose if I give you a topic that write a paragraph on your pet dog. So this is your main topic, or you can say this is your single topic. About this topic only you are going to write your paragraph. Now together the sentences of paragraph explain the writer's main idea about the topic. Now when you write a paragraph, all the sentences, they are telling about the main idea of the topic. What is the main idea? Now in academic writing, when you are writing in academics, a paragraph can be of 5 to 10 sentences, right? It can be 5 to 10 sentences long, but it can be longer or shorter according to the topic. It depends on the topic and it depends on the grade. If suppose a paragraph writing is given to grade 5, that child will write only 4 or 5 sentences. If it's given for 5 to 8 grade, he can write 10 sentences. If it's for senior grade, he can write more than 10 sentences also, right? So it depends on the topic. What topic is given to you, how much information you can collect to write a paragraph. Now, what are the parts of paragraph? There are 3 basic parts of a paragraph. The first one is topic sentence. Second is supporting sentences. And third one is the concluding sentence. Concluding means how you end your paragraph. Okay. So we'll study one by one. The topic sentence. What is the topic sentence? This is the main idea of the paragraph. As you are getting a topic that you have to write a paragraph on your pet dog. So your pet dog is the main idea. You have to collect all the information about your pet dog, then only you can frame sentences. And this topic sentence is usually the first sentence of the paragraph. And it is the most general sentence. Okay. Suppose if I am telling you to write about a pet dog, so how will you start? I have a pet dog. You will start with this only. So this is called the main topic, or this is called the topic sentence. Next is your supporting sentences. Now, whatever informations you are collecting, whatever ideas, whatever facts you are collecting about your main topic, that comes in supporting sentences. So these sentences talk about or they explain the topic sentence, and they are more detailed ideas, more information, detailed information we are writing in this supporting sentences because they follow the topic sentence. Next comes the concluding, or you can say the ending sentence. So this is found at the last of the paragraph, and it finishes a paragraph by repeating the main idea. Whatever main idea is given, that is repeated in the last sentence, or just giving a final comment about the topic. You are just commenting about the topic. Finally, you are ending, and in the last, you are commenting something about that topic. So that comes in your concluding sentence. Okay. Now, How to write a paragraph? When you want to write a paragraph, you should know that there are four stages of writing a paragraph. Like in science, you must have seen when your teacher tells you to write the steps for germination of seeds. So you write different stages. That first stage is when you sow a seed in the soil. Second is when a sapling comes out, then a small plant, and so on. So different stages are there. Same way, when you write a paragraph, there are four stages. The first one is pre-writing, second is writing, third is editing, and fourth is publishing. These are the four stages how to write a paragraph. So we'll study one by one about them, and then we'll come to the final paragraph writing. So the first one is pre-writing. Now, what do you mean by pre-writing of a paragraph? This is the first stage, and here what you have to do in pre-writing, you have to think carefully and you have to organize your ideas. Whatever ideas you are getting for your topic, you are going to put them in order. And this is only just ideas you are putting, you are not writing. You have just arranged all the all the ideas in a proper order, and you have just kept your material ready to write. Okay. So this is the first stage when you think carefully and organize your ideas for your paragraph before you begin writing. Okay. This is called pre-writing of the paragraph. Next, now there are 6 pre-writing steps. Or how will you write? What is pre-writing? So what are the steps? First step is that you have to think carefully about what are you going to write. Like suppose you are getting a topic to write on your pet dog, and you are writing something about your pet uh, thing. If you are writing this is my, you are writing about some pet, and if I'm saying pet dog and you are writing about pet cat, so that is different, no? So first you are going to think carefully that what are you going to write. Second, you will open your notebook. You will collect all the facts, all the information which is related to your paragraph. Then you will write down your own ideas. Whatever ideas are coming in your mind, you will write down. Then from that, you will find that what is the main idea. Then after last step is what? You will put all your facts in a proper order that it develops your main idea. When you are going to organize your ideas and facts, then only you are going to develop your main idea. So these are the 6 pre-writing steps by which you can start your pre-writing. Okay. Now next comes when you have collected pre-writing, you have completed with pre-writing steps. Second comes your writing the paragraph. Now what you have to do in this writing stages, when all the ideas which you have collected, you are turning them into sentences. You have framed all those ideas into your sentences. Okay. Like suppose I have collected ideas like I have a pet dog. I have collected like color is brown, eyes are black, or he likes this food, he doesn't like this food. So these are the facts which I am collecting. Now I am framing these ideas into sentences. So when you are writing your paragraph, you have to again write following these 5 steps. The first one is you have to open your notebook. You already got your topic sentence. You have to write supporting sentences. You have to write concluding sentence also. Now third step is saying that you should write clearly and your sentences should be simple. The supporting sentences should not be complex. They should be simple sentence. And then you have to focus on main idea. That what is the main idea when I'm writing about a paragraph on my pet dog? What is the main idea here? Last one, when you want to find additional words, you can take help from the dictionary to explain your ideas. If you want to explain it in a proper way and you are adding some words to it, then you can take a help from dictionary also, and you can take help from Google also, right? So this is what, how with these 5 steps we can write a paragraph. Now the third point comes is your editing the paragraph. Editing word, you must have heard about this word. Editing is the stage when you check your paragraph. After writing, we always check our work, no? So again, when you have written the paragraph, you are checking your paragraph. Why you are checking? You are checking for mistakes and then you have to correct them. Now, what are the basic editing part? What is the basic editing part in a paragraph? It is grammar and spellings. This is only the error when we write anything. This is only the error when you give your exams. Why do we cut marks? We cut marks for grammar and spellings only. So what you are going to check when you have written your paragraph? You will check your spellings. You will check your grammar. You will read your paragraph again and again. And fourth point is saying that you will make sure that your sentence has a subject, because without a subject you cannot complete your sentence. Fifth one is saying you have to see that your subjects and verbs are agreeing with each other or not. You have put them in proper order or not. Subject verb agreement is proper or not. Last point is saying, which is very important, that the sentence which you are writing, it is senseful or not. It is making some sense. Is it giving some good meaning or not? If you have framed a sentence and there is no meaning, then there is no use of framing such sentence, right? Now comes your style and organization. So again, the same thing. You have to make sure that your paragraph has a topic sentence. It has supporting sentences which are focused on main idea, and it has a concluding sentence. Now comes peer editing. When we are learning about editing, there is a peer editing in it also. What is peer editing? Peer editing is actually when you have completed your work and you are showing your work to your friend or some other student, and that student is helping you to improve your writing. So showing your work to another student in a very useful way to improve your writing is called peer editing. And how you do it? What you do? You just share your paragraph with your friend or with your partner. He will read your work. You will read his work. You both will make corrections. Okay. So here it's given, you read your partner's writing, your partner read yours. Then you comment on your partner's reading and he comments on your reading. And then what happened? You might talk together, you may discuss about the points there, or you may talk about the mistakes, or you may write comments on the sheet that your instructor gives you. Instructor is your teacher, your tutor, your parent, anyone can be an instructor. So you write comment on that sheet, or you directly write on the partner's paper. The paper which your partner has given you for checking, you can write the comments on that sheet also. Okay, so this is called peer editing. Now the last one is publishing. Now everything is ready. You have written, pre-writing is done. Your writing part is complete. You have done editing. Peer editing is also complete. Now is your publishing of the paragraph. So when you are publishing, what is this publishing of paragraph? The publishing stage is when you produce a final copy of your paragraph to hand in. When you give the final copy either as a soft copy or a hard copy, or you mail it to somebody. So what are the three steps of publishing? First is you make a paper copy of your paragraph. Then you show it to your teacher, your tutors or your parents. And then you ask them for hints and suggestions. Hints means clues. You ask them, can you give me some clues to improve my paragraph writing? Can you give me some suggestions to improve my writing? So this way you can just make changes in your writing. Now this is the topic which I have given you, my neighbor. So now when you are writing about your neighbor, you can see in the first three lines I have written the main topic. Then in the last lines I have written about the support. I have written like supporting sentences. I have collected all the information about my neighbor and I have written it here. And last, in the last, which is your concluding sentence, I have written a line. With that I am ending my this topic. So first, how I have written my main topic sentence. Blessed are those who have good neighbors. And then I have given a definition. What is a good neighbor? A good neighbor is always with us whether we are in sorrow or joy, in rain or in shine. So this is about good neighbor, that he is always with us, whether we are happy, we are in sorrow, we are facing some problem. Every time a good neighbor is always with us. They are the first to rush with active help and support. So a good neighbor is one who will always be ready to give us support and help. Now I am writing this. Last month we shifted our residence to Shastri Nagar. It is a good locality, and my next door neighbor is Mr. Chopra. Now all the informations I am giving, I have collected all the facts about my neighbor. So now I have framed the facts into sentences, which are my supporting sentences. He is a principal of a reputed high school. He is a very nice person. He has a small family, including a son and a daughter. His children are very disciplined, punctual, and sincere. We often visit each other's house. Okay, so these are all what? Supporting sentences. This is the information which I am giving you about my neighbor. If there is any problem with anyone, he is the first to turn up for help. So this much information I have given, and now I am concluding my stop paragraph by writing the concluding sentence. I am blessed to have a peace-loving and helpful neighbor like him. So with this line, I have concluded my paragraph, and this way, by using the 3 points. What is the first point? Topic point, supporting sentences, and last one is concluding sentence. With these 3 topics, I have ended my this paragraph writing, and I have framed it in a very proper manner. So this is all about your paragraph writing.